Hello and welcome everyone. Look, I know you may not have been watching much of what's happening in the chess circuit, but there's a lot of action going on, and most notable headline is that my rating has dropped below 2100 for the first time in several months. If if ever there was a good time to invest in the Ashwin chess index, now would be it. Now would be that moment, that opportunity that everyone has been waiting for to capture. All right. So we got a very interesting looking position. I honestly haven't faced this kind of pawn setup in a long time. Normally when I capture over there, I capture with the f pawn. But here I've gone with the e pawn just because why not? I don't know. I don't know which is better actually. So one problem which seems to be apparent is that this bishop is fairly blocked off. And this bishop too doesn't really seem to have much of a target. Knight here and bishop here are totally on the cards. So I think I'm just going to play a very preemptive bishop retracement maneuver and perhaps consider getting this guy in the game through this mean. We'll stabilize this pawn. This pawn might become a little bit vulnerable because the knight and the bishop will attack it. And what else? I think a pawn up here could be good to just... Queen here is good. Alright, so now we want to find a good move here. This is a key position to find a good move. Bishop here is on the cards. I think it's one of the only moves really, attacking a pawn. If he defends like this, that's fine. We can even consider pushing this up. If he pushes me away, I can just go back here and annoy the queen. Okay, if he decides to hold on solid, now this diagonal becomes much more exciting. Queen check or bishop check? Bishop check doesn't do much. Queen check allows me to potentially penetrate. Getting the queen there is good if I can take advantage of this this horizontal. I think one thing I want to do is to get the rook here first. Okay, he already moved his knight back preemptively. Fair enough. Okay, we can actually, that queen is a loose piece, so we can sort of make an attack on him with our pawn. I'm not so convinced about this move. I like the idea of bishop here, putting a nice deep threat there. Now he's got to play knight here. I mean, he has no choice if he doesn't want to get mated. How do we take advantage of our situation? I have a feeling I want to keep these things blocked. Keep these rooks from, getting in the game. I think my queen is in a nice, interesting position here. And this knight here is pretty blocked off, out of the game. And that's our strategic trump. What does he have? He has the open file with his rook, where he could potentially come somewhere, but nothing too significant. Okay, so our opponent from the Philippines is now, he doesn't have good moves to make. He doesn't have an easy time making wise moves, and this is due to my play. I've played the game well. I have to figure out how to use this knight. How to use this knight. Where do I wish he could jump? Right here. But it's such a long way away. We'll make the long journey, the long pilgrimage. We're going to make the long pilgrimage to the top. When you have a stable position like this, you can afford to do long-winded maneuvers like this. And we don't mind if he's willing to give up his bishop. That is totally fine. Totally fine. We're going to start putting some invasive, we're just invading. Slowly by slowly, bit by bit, we're getting in there. You don't have to see the forest through the trees right away. You just need to play what look to be good moves. Okay. Every time he makes a move like this, it's a concession of sorts. It's a slight positional concession. Okay, now one thing here is the game is in a kind of cloistered up setting. And what that typically means is that the knight could be very powerful. He will want to get his knight right here to this promised land, right there. That's his square, that's his golden square. But he can't really get there very easily, because once he goes there, queen comes all the way back and checks, and it starts to get a bit messy. I think he'll still survive, but it's not pleasant. Okay, he went on the other side of the board. So now this pawn is for the taking. I just have to do my due diligence and check that I'm not losing. Yes. Due diligence done, we win a pawn. Does the rook survive? Probably. What does he do if queen comes here? Maybe rook here. Isn't that a free knight? Looks like it. Yeah, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take this. And then we're gonna take that. Good game. Thank you for playing. All right. Next. All right, man. See you guys.